Can the European Union contribute to this or not? And in our view, by its capacity, its size, its impact on world affairs, it would be almost impossible for the European Union to say, no, I will not do it. We have to do it. We're put in a position where we have a role to play, EU, European Union, member states of the European Union, within the European Union, in order to build this world order. And because the new world order, whatever we want to describe it, it will be a world order which is based on interdependence, and it is based on cooperation. And cooperation is precisely at the heart of what the European Union is. It's at the heart of the project. So if there is one actor that has an experience in cooperation that can bring it and an open project to what the world needs and towards the direction the world needs to move on, we think that the European Union certainly has things to bring. You were saying at the beginning, what is the identity? How can we define? And I think Secretary West actually was very, very good and concise in defining this. And I would define it with 3 words. And I would define it with peace, cooperation, and values. I think this is at the heart of what the European Union is. And it's at the heart of what the European Union is internally. It's at the heart of what the European Union can project also externally. And I think our colleague from Poland also made a very important point. It's the cultural element that also true, and I have full agreement with our member of the European Parliament. The European Union is not Europe, but the European culture is a key unifying element that gives coherence to the European Union project. And I think that is also a very important element when we're defining the European Union. Carl Bildt went into very good statistics polls actually, and some statistics, which I think define where we are and how the European Union is perceived. And if you ask the European citizens right now, well, most of them perceive that we're moving in the right direction and that they want to be part of this project. I think that's important. And there we've seen the crisis, and we always refer to the crisis in the European Union. We're always tackling one crisis and another. I have a feeling sometimes that we're sort of in a global psychotherapy session, examining crisis and how guilty have we been in causing this crisis or not, and how can we overcome it. But when we look at the crisis we've had, and one of the most acute ones was the financial crisis, it has been overcome. Now and you mentioned this, we have a period of 5 years uninterrupted growth. We estimate that we have sustainable growth for the years to come at levels that are amongst the highest for highly developed economies. And that is something I think that cannot be neglected. And yes, security is among the main concerns of European citizens right now. And in handling this, what is the situation? Yes, we have a very complex, is it a problem of the European Union itself, or it is a problem of the European Union because we have to help provide answers, no doubt. But yes, we're confronted with challenges, and we're confronted with challenges to the east, and we're confronted with challenges in the Middle East. We're confronted with challenges to the south. And some of them have translated in different phenomena. Migration has been one of this. And yes, the number of refugees or migrants, flows of persons entering into the EU in 2015 were tremendous and very difficult to cope with. I can't imagine not any member state, which had tremendous difficulties in coping, but any state that would have been confronted with that flows of refugees would have faced tremendous challenges. We are still handling this issue, but we have acted united in the European Union with a lot, and everything we do, of course, in the European Union is on the open. So, of course, it's, and all the disagreements are in the open and discussed in the press, which may be a strength, but certainly emphasizes the criticism. But we have put many mechanisms in place, both regarding internal solidarity, both also regarding the management of borders, the sharing of information, but what's more important, cooperation with international partners. And here again, I go to the cooperation element. Cooperation with international partners to see how we manage this. And we see recent developments also and how the European Union is working with the United Nations, with the African Union, to handle terrible situations of migrants in Libya. And we have been very much at the forefront in trying to find solutions, and we're very happy that we're working now very actively and well with the African Union and the United Nations. These are not easy problems. These are problems that have structural causes that are also linked to conflicts. And obviously, they don't have easy nor quick solutions, not for any state acting on its own, certainly not any state acting on its own, and not easy solutions for the European Union, which, by the way, never acts on its own internationally, but acts with partners. But we are facing this, and we're giving solutions. And in reality, the numbers have gone dramatically down, and the situation now is very different from the one that we had in 2015.